Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for joining me in this week's podcast. And we're talking to me, obviously, Dr. Meredith, the psychoneuroimmunologist, doctor of Chinese medicine, the unapologetic therapist. I created the Phoenix Therapy Method and the concept modality. And I'm so excited to talk to you today about mindset. What I do in my everyday professional job is I support those who are ready to say yes to living a life they love, to loving the life that they live. I have a beautiful daughter that I homeschool. She is my why. I love owning my own time, reading, traveling, sleeping, eating, cooking, mountains, beaches, learning, and of course, being with my ladybug. If you have any questions about what we talk about, feel free to drop them below, send me a message, and I will answer them as soon as possible. Okay, let's get started. Mindset is kind of a buzzword. Really, it's just how you feel about yourself and what you believe you can have, what you believe you deserve. And let's be honest, many people want what they don't have. And they don't have it predominantly because they don't think they can. They don't think they deserve it. They don't think that they should have it. And I came to tell you that that is bullshit. Everything you want is yours to have. And let's just be honest. If you want to have what you want, you have to reset your mindset. You have to debunk the mindset garbage, repel limiting beliefs and self doubt, and own your power. Own that you bring something to the world that nobody else can. So basically, you're in tune for a mindset transformation. So let's jump right into it. A lot of the ways that you can accomplish this mindset transformation, it takes time. Start small. In the morning, I'm really passionate, so I sometimes get out of breath, but each morning before your feet hit the ground, before it hits the floor, think about 5 things you're grateful for. That you woke up could be one, and if you don't like that you woke up, believe me, I know how you feel, and that is step one to changing that. 5 things that you're grateful for before your feet hit the floor. Then find a like minded tribe of people to talk to mastermind with, to give you cheers, feedback, positive feedback, constructive feedback, to bounce ideas around when you get stuck or you feel alone. And let go of the things and the people that no longer serve you, that are basically just people you're tagging, dragging along with you for whatever reason. Drop those motherfuckers and make room for what will serve you and who will serve you. It's your birthright to be happy and be fulfilled and surrounded by people who actually rise up with you and that you can support and that you can enjoy being supported by. Write or rewrite the thoughts that you have that keep you unmotivated, stuck in a cycle of thinking about what you can have, what's impossible. Rewrite it so that you know now whatever you want is yours to have, but you've got to do the work. Remove anything, any person that doesn't serve you or adds doubt to your life. I want you to really realize you bring something to the table that nobody else does. And really own that. Take that into your mind and know you bring something to the table that nobody else does. And I've been accepting a lot of men into my program lately. I have a one-to-one digital course hybrid program. And they need help too. And I think with all of this changing in our social climate, there needs to be a quiet space that they can think without judgment. And one thing that keeps coming up is where to channel their anger, where to channel the feeling of not being enough. Let me first say, anger correlates to something else. Before you were ever angry, you felt something before that anger. Kind of think of it as the analogy of the chicken and the egg. Before you were angry, something happened first. You were hurt, embarrassed, ashamed, made to feel less than. Basically, before you were angry, you were hurt. So let's explore the hurt. Where did that come from? What's that about? Why do you think you don't deserve something? Getting to the bottom of that is also a good channel, a good direction, a good path to rechanging, reformatting your mindset, having that transformation. Most likely, It came, the hurt, the not feeling enough, came from an old story. Possibly somewhere someone told you consciously or unconsciously, verbally or non verbally, you don't deserve and you're not enough. I'll give you a good example. I am so close to 40, I could reach out and touch it. But for a lot of those years, I was told that I don't speak well. I speak like I have a mouthful of shit. I'm an Oreo. I'm clumsy. None of those things are true. Yes, I do speak fast and become completely out of breath when I'm passionate. My tongue gets in the way because I have some oral fixations, wink wink. I love people who don't always look like me. So what? Oh, and I don't pick up my feet. I move really fast, haste makes waste, according to my mom. And I had to realize that the people throwing those slams in my direction were really just projecting. I dare to say that 99% of the insults people throw your way, it's a true reflection on them, not on you. And it's about them and their line of reference. When you're young, you don't have that intuitive following your own gut nailed down yet when you're not quite in tune with yourself. You make mistakes and you sometimes let other people's judgment become your truth. It's a lie. It's all lies. But it can fuck with your mindset. It can throw you off kilter until you know better. And the good thing and the caveat to knowing better is you have to own it. You actually have to put it into focus, into practice. You can know and not do a damn thing about it. But knowledge, when you take that knowledge, you can actually take it and put it into action, and then you can do better. Knowing and putting it into action are worlds apart. People say that when you know better, you do better. Not all the time. Some people know things and they don't do a darn thing with their knowledge. They just let it sit and grow dust. Manifest into your life what you want. Now, before you freak out, manifestation to me is not what manifestation is to everyone. To me, manifestation is knowing it's done. Knowing that it's mine to have, even if it takes a little while to come into reality, but that shit is mine. I am owning it. It is mine. I am claiming it, and you and nobody else can take it away from me. I refuse to believe that I want something I can't have. So before you leave your home, go into the office, go into your bedroom, start your day, look in the mirror, and tell yourself why you bring the ice cream to the yard. And embrace, acknowledge, hug the feeling of knowing that you are something this world needs. You bring something that nobody else can bring, and you're going to shine that light into the world. Even if it's a little beacon of light, a little bit of light is really great when there's a lot of darkness. Eat well, holistically. Exercise, journal, fresh fruits and vegetables, feed your soul, feed your chakras, and become aligned. Positive affirmations, meditate, relax, take a little bit of time every day for yourself. I have a young daughter. She is like literally almost a second skin. Like she's with me almost every freaking second of the day. She's on the other side of the wall when I go pee. But you have to find and carve out at least 10-15 minutes a day that's just for you. You may have to get in the car and drive to get that time. You may have to go in the bathroom, turn on the shower, and pretend you're in Niagara Falls, but you deserve at least 10 or 15 minutes of your day just for you. Hone your intuition, your natural navigation system. Set goals and have a plan to overcome setbacks because they're inevitably going to come. And reward yourself for the wins. Every step deserves a reward. Micro steps, micro reward. Big step, big reward. Micro step, big reward. Just reward yourself. Have something to look forward to at every single interval, at every single step that you take. Look at failures as a stepping stone towards your success. Everybody has to overcome something, but it's the fact that you overcame it that gives you grit, gives you a story, and believe in your first impressions. Trust your gut. It does know best. I want you to hone in on your values. We have our own navigation system, our intuition, and it lights up our soul. It gives us so much excitement when we follow it and it's true and we own it. Think about what you value. Make a list of about 5 top values: security, freedom, family, spiritual development, learning, whatever yours are. And as you set your goals, check your goals against your values. If your goals don't align with your top 5 values, you may want to consider it, reconsider it, and revise it. The numbers shouldn't discourage you. Instead, it should motivate you to do more and more every day to get and to accomplish and to achieve and to bring into your reality everything you've ever desired. This one takes the cake for me. Know your needs. Unmet needs can keep you from living authentically. Take good care of yourself. Do you need to be acknowledged, to be right, to be in control, to be loved? Are there people who live in your life that are not digging into and giving you what you need? Of course, you should bring to the table your own things that you should be complete without needing someone outside of yourself to fulfill you. Know what your dreams are. Most people in their day not accomplishing what they want because they let other things get in the way. Some people really don't even know what they want. They don't know what their needs are because basically they suffocate their needs, take the air out of their desires to fuel other people. Well, who's fueling you? List your top 4 needs and get them met before it's too late. I'm going to take a sip of water. Know what your passions are. You know who you are and you know who you truly enjoy. Obstacles like doubt and lack of enthusiasm will only hinder you, but will not derail your chances if you don't let them. Become the person you always wanted to be. Express and honor yourself. Be inspired by yourself. Become the very person you always wanted to be. Live from the inside out. Increase your awareness of your inner wisdom. Regularly reflecting in silence, communing with nature, taking deep breaths. Don't become distracted. For most of us, if you live in this city, it's hard to find a quiet place. If you have a house full of people, or even just people who won't let you have space, it's hard to really dig into your own inner navigation system. But I challenge you to carve out a few minutes of your day in silence with classical music or whatever music you like. Some people can relax with rap or hard, heavy metal. That's what relaxes them, to each his own. But you need to find something that gives you peace. Music, for me, music soothes the savage beast. But whatever fuels you, incorporate that into your day and make it a non-negotiable. Honor your strengths. We all have positive traits. We all have a special talent, something that you can do and teach other people maybe. List 3, and if you get stuck, maybe ask someone who knows you really well, or just look back over your life. There has to be something you've accomplished. If it's simply just getting out of a bad situation, waking up, not falling prey to something, you have accomplished 100% of the things that try to destroy you and kill you up until this point. Maybe you have a vivid imagination. Maybe you're witty. Maybe you're good with your hands. Find ways to express your authentic self through your strengths. Increase your self-confidence. You can share those things with others. With whatever your talent is, I am 100% sure somebody out there is dying to have a wind of it, to know about it, to hear about it, to engage in it. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of the movie or the Patch Adams, and it's a great movie. In the movie Hunter, Patch Adams is a medical student who failed to meet his board exams. And after months of suffering and melancholy, depression, suicidal attempts, he seeks for medical attention. And he admits himself into a psychiatric ward. And after months of being in the hospital, he met all kinds of people. He met catatonic people, mentally challenged people, I think a schizophrenic. But he found ways of treating his own ailment and realized he has a lot to get back on track. Like, he had to get back on track. He woke up one morning and realized that all of the failure and pains he's gone through, he still wanted to become a doctor. He still wanted to go through with his goal. He carried himself with a positive attitude and brought about self-improvement and success. He didn't only improve himself, but he also improved the lives of those around him and their quality of life. And he became the best doctor this country has ever known. Genuine happiness comes from within. People are not supposed to be responsible for keeping you happy. They make me happy. They made me mad. No one made you anything. You decided that that was what you were going to do. That was the emotion you were going to reflect. Life isn't about sweet candy. You have to know that you cannot continue your life. Or you could, but how happy are you going to be, really? Looking outside yourself for love, acceptance, validation, and belonging. Those are the things that you would be best to hone inside. And oftentimes, when I feel like the world is just too heavy, which is lately it has been, I look around and I find people who continue to live fascinating and wonderful lives. And then thoughts come popping into my head like bubbles from nowhere. How is their life so adorably sweet? How did they manage to continue to laugh and play despite stress? And then I observe and I pause. And I figured out that maybe they start to work on a place called self. So, how does one become genuinely happy? The first step is loving yourself. And I came from a staunch religious background, so I pull from that every now and then. In the Bible or somewhere in there, it says, love your neighbor as yourself. How can you love your neighbor as yourself if you don't love yourself? How can you give from a cup that is empty? How can you pour from an empty spout? I don't know how it's possible. My uncle used to say, how do you give blood out of a turnip? You can't give what you don't have. Now, there may be people who want to argue that, and I'm not in the mood. You have your opinion, and I have mine. But just give it thought. I can see your point of view. Maybe loving someone else is easier, but I don't know why you would give something to someone else that you can't give to yourself. Why would you want to love something more than yourself, other than your kids? It's a quandary. But loving yourself is so very important, and it is the stepping stone, the foundation, the very premise in which to spring forth to success, mindset transformation, and all the things. And if you want more help regarding your mindset or anything health, wealth, living a life you love, loving the life you live related, let's chat. My endeavor, my professional and personal mission in life is to encourage people in their endeavor to understand, heal their physical and emotional pain, create wealth, and live a life they love. So check out the information in the show notes. Don't wait. Get on track with your mindset, your wealth, your health. The time is now. Get in on this opportunity right now. I will see you on the other side. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and thanks for listening.